What's up? This is Ray. Welcome back. Hey, we got a cool episode for you today. I've been wanting to do an analog episode for a while, and today we're going to be reviewing an obscure film. We're going to be looking at this film called Ars Imago ISO 320. I guarantee probably 98% of you never heard of this before. I never heard of it before. The way this came about is one of my friends, a fellow YouTuber, his name is Manuel Guzman. He actually sent me a small package of different films to test out, and it was really cool because I was looking forward to doing that, and this was in the pack, so I was able to shoot it, and man, I gotta say, I've never heard of it before, but it really impressed me. It impressed me more than a lot of the mainstream Kodak and Ilford films that I've tried, and I'll tell you why in this video. But if you're curious about this film or trying out something you haven't heard of before, that's worth it. Stick around. We're going to be checking out Ars Imago ISO 320. It's an Italian film, so that's probably why we haven't heard of it so much. But yeah, if you want some more information, stick around. We're going to get right into it. Okay, so before we start doing a lot of talking about the technical side of this film, I want to show you what it looks like. Look at this image here. This is an image of me in a remote area, but if you shoot film, one thing you know is when you're in direct sun, it's usually difficult because you have bright highlights and dark shadows. It's a high contrast situation, and it's really kind of hard to keep detail in both. But if you look at this film, look, the highlights are not blown out. The shadows are not blown out. It's really a kind of perfect photo. And when I scanned it, I really didn't have to do much tweaking or editing to get it that way. And that's really valuable to have a film like this because it allows you to tweak it and adjust it or edit it how you want. So you can get a lot of different looks from this film in a bright sunlight environment. That's kind of huge. I just have to make that point. But yeah, this is not a world-class composed image, but technically the film, we can see how well it performs. This was shot on an old camera. This camera is a Nikon F from like 1959. This is what they used in Vietnam and things like that. It's an outstanding camera. It's what they used to film Muhammad Ali's. His personal photographer used this. So as you can see, it's not inferior to a modern camera in any way. So I had to show you this image first though.
We are timeless. We are timeless. Waves washing over the sand on my feet. Time is an ocean and I'm lost at sea. Tomorrow won't find us, but I still believe. Searching for you is looking for me. We are timeless. We are timeless. We are timeless.
Another set of photos I want to show you that was taken in bright sunlight is this building here. This is the city of Opalaka. This building was designed to look like an Arabian palace. It was built, I think, in the 50s or 60s. But look at it here. You can see how it was bright sun, but nothing is really blown out. From the dark shadows underneath to the sky, and it's kind of perfect, man. That's something that's hard to find. Even in Kodak Tri-X, I notice sometimes the highlights will blow out. I'm going to show you an image I shot on a film called Farania that I may be reviewing soon. Look at this image that was shot in bright sun. Notice how on my shirt, my shoulders are completely white and the shadows on my face are completely black. I don't like how this looks, and even when I try to edit it, it's very difficult to bring it back. And when you do bring it back, it just looks unnatural. So it's good to have a film that you don't have to fight with after you scan it. All right, so check this out. When I first started shooting film like 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't want to use 35mm. I wanted to go straight to the big leagues, the medium format, like that rolly cord you probably see over my shoulder. Because I figured it was better detail, better everything. And I shot that for several years, and I loved it. But what I noticed with shooting a quality 35 millimeter camera is I get what I wanted out of film that I wasn't really getting in medium format. And what I mean by that is I'm getting that nice grain structure. You can see the grain structure. Sometimes the medium format is so clean, so detailed and sharp, it looks digital sometimes. And that's kind of a turnoff, because what's the point? So yeah, so when I shoot this film, I'm going to show you an image now of my daughter indoors in a bedroom. And notice how the nice grain structure is on the wall behind her, in the out of focus areas, on her face. It's not overpowering, but it's there and it's beautiful, and it's a texture you don't get with digital. So while I have digital cameras, I don't really shoot with them for photography a whole lot, because I just don't get excited about the images. All right, so check out this image of my daughter. Even though Corona lockdown was here in this summertime, we were having her doing homework and studying and just keeping the mind active. So you can see here, she done so much homework, she pooped. And matter of fact, if you look in just to the left of the bookcase, you can see a fingerprint. When I developed this, my fingerprint was on it, or when I was scanning it or something. So yeah, it's really analog. This is one of my favorite images on here. It's just a well-balanced picture, and I don't have to fight it when I scan it. So this kind of taught me that how 35 millimeter has its place, especially when you're using quality lens and a quality film. You can get some beautiful results. And yeah, I just had to show you that image also. You know, as good as this film behaves in bright, outdoor, high contrast situations, I think this film shines, is perfect for indoor portrait or just documenting your family life type of thing. The way it renders, especially when you have a beautiful camera that renders well also. I'm going to show you an image of my daughter in the bathroom. This is just a real life photo, and it's kind of a serious photo because her teeth, one of her teeth just came out, and she's gargling with salt water, and she's going to be putting some Anbesol on it. So she's not happy right here, but this is a documenting your life type of thing. And you can see the film caught it nicely. All right, so this is my puppy Teddy. He just wants to be next to me. He doesn't want to leave. So he's going to be in this particular video. So I'm going to show you a photo of that Teddy is in, actually. Look at this photo of Teddy and my daughter. It's a nice candid photo, but look at how even the light coming in the windows is not blown out, and even the shadows underneath the blanket where Teddy is, you can still see him there. It's such a well-balanced photo, and this is pretty much how it came straight out of the scanner, which is just such a beautiful thing because it takes time. You're not wasting a lot of time doing a lot of editing, and that a lot of that has to do with proper metering also. But had to show you this photo. All right, so I want to show you one of my favorite images from this roll. Look at this image of my daughter. She has these rocks in the yard that she'll write like phrases on, or names and unique things, and she'll hide the rocks around the yard. I don't know why, but here I asked her to hold the rocks up and stand on a chair while I got low. Whenever you shoot a picture of kids from low, it makes them look more powerful, and it's like a more dramatic photo. And I like doing that. And as you can see here, the Nikon really took a beautiful image. The background in that is nicely blurred, but she's well in focus. Yeah, this is one of my favorite images from the roll, and it's just another example of how it's cool to document your life, especially on black and white film. All right, so that's pretty much my overview of one roll of Ars Imago 320. As you can see, I really would like to have had 3 rolls at least to do more, maybe even one in medium format. That's why I was reaching out to the company. But hopefully this gives you an idea how beautiful this film is, how it's worth trying, and makes you wonder why we haven't heard of it before. And again, I'm going to put some links below. Even though it's hard to find, you should be able to find some here. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And again, I developed this film myself, so as you can see, it's not difficult to work with. Just make sure whatever you use, make sure you meter it properly, and you can't really go wrong. So yeah, well, thank you for watching. Teddy, anything you got to say? Not this time? All right. Thanks for watching, and like I always say, no matter what film you use, no matter how you shoot your photography or your art, until next time, as always, keep it real.
You are water, I am frozen. Skies are moving, I'm standing still in the shadows of your twilight. I am falling, I am falling, I am falling. When nights last forever and days run away, the world makes us fly by into the gray. With every season